So I'm going to go through the financial piece because I don't think people understand the money component. And the first thing on that is, you know, we all probably lived beyond our means at some point. I have vivid memories in college of living on my credit cards and, you know, just misbehaving. But, you know, I grew up and I got my financial self in order. So as a nation, we have a fundamental problem because we're not just spending more than we make, we're spending more each year. So last year we spent $660 billion more than we make. The year before that we spent 550. So that's accumulating, right? That's the deficit, you know, the gap between what you earned and what you spent. That's got up to $20 trillion in debt now, right? So our credit card debt is really big. We're not just going to pay it off by working hard one day. And that costs money, right? We all know to pay off our charge cards because it's like 10% or 20% of some ridiculous price. Long list if you Google threats to national security, and there's lots of congressional testimony that says the debt is the largest threat to national security. Now, as Americans, we should just all care about that with or without CEU credit. But the next slide, it's the treasurer, right? So, you know, Steve's got a treasurer, Nehu, Fehu, there's treasurers. There's people that count the money and tell you how the books are doing. We've got one of them too at the federal level. And he says, we got some problems coming with Medicare, right? So I said change, right? The world is changing. Well, guess what? Medicare's going to change too. And they're already telling you in advance in the out years, they've got problems, right? Amongst other things. And so if you have all these other areas of spending and national interest, you know, it's not just little old Medicare here. Any industry has inefficiencies. You would expect that in your businesses, but when you get this big as an industry and you have this much inefficiency, it's huge. It's $800 billion, and that's a conservative number. I've seen over $1 trillion. With 50% of the causes of cancer largely unknown, you got to be active in your own health. You got to have your own battle plan. A big part of what I say in the book is you don't need any politicians to agree to anything to move, get your head on straight and have a positive mental attitude and to put the right stuff in your body.